Are my eyes deceiving me? Is that an ISO?
That's an ISO. This is, I mean, ISO on Haven we're no stranger to that, right? Because ISO Yoru was a thing, but this is ISO Jet. This is niche.
Okay, am I going crazy? Okay, I'm looking back. They do play. Okay, so they've played the last time Himmers played this map. They played ISO Yoru. So I think that's where I'm confused because now it's ISO Jet. Kind of crazy, kind of kooky crazy, but it worked last time. They won 15-13 against Rosso GC. So I'm lost. I'm trying to come up with win conditionings for this comp, but the only thing I can think of is them forcing fights and making sure they're playing really aggressive because that ISO util, that's pretty much all that it's good for.
Yeah, the tough thing about having the ISO shield when you're playing in a meta versus the Phoenix in particular is that when you pop that ISO shield, it kind of tells everyone in the server what you want to do. So
yeah.
Phoenix knows, well, if I go for a flash play right now, there probably is someone around the corner, or I can just take the timing and choose not to go for it. And if I don't hear the shield popped, great signal to say you have the freedom to go in and you're not worried about having to deal with that extra bullet block on the other side.
Yeah. You know what? I do like a little bit of element of surprise, and I think that's what they're trying to bring into this because, like we mentioned before, Himmers, they're a little bit more of just like a passion project. Friends coming in to play together. They've played Valorant for a while. They've played on many different teams. They all have so many creative ideas to bring into the server, and so I'm kind of liking that they're just doing what they want to do.
This is Himmers open up strong in mid. Eli will step on out of there.
I'm gonna take him out.
Taking their time for now. Symmetric have quite the stack over towards Garage. His paranoia is excellent. Shots a little bit labored on the other side, and Yuhan will refresh the shield. Broken a bit on the other side there as Himmers will stick around in Garage. What an interesting decision. Something you don't see every day, and it might have given Venture a chance to get up and behind them. That planter turns right around, though. Those shots need to be hitting if you want to win this pistol. All of a sudden, Himmers find themselves up numbers, 4-on-2 now. And Colby, Omen on this map, on the high angle. Will punish the retake on the western front. Now eyes fall east. Bob not playing any Senti today. It'll be the Jet she'll try to take over on, but she'll have to try and take over in a future round because this one belongs to Himmers.
What a powerful start here for Himmers, forcing that garage fight. Just trading a lot of grouped up stuff. And of course, Yuhan with the 3K. I mean, that's a pretty easy way to sell me the ISO, is just get a 3K on the first round. It works.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that our ISO got full blinded and somehow survived and then got back in there, but if we can keep that coming, I see no reason to not support it. Well, Marshall here. No force-ups, really. Actually, quite a few pistols.
Ooh.
And those shots are crispy. That could end up meaning that Swimtrack Blue are forced onto light armors in round number 3. And with Himmers going for double pistols, there's a world where a force-up here could really set Himmers up to start running away with
Target
things.
down.
Another great shot. Our ISO.
One enemy
Up and
remaining.
over. And the spam to follow. Yuhan has already come so close to getting that ultimate online for round 3.
Spike planted.
Ooh, that's...
You know what?
okay.
Let's just both tell our teammates that we didn't see the other cipher. It's like, let's just not tell. No one's gonna hold them accountable until after the game when they watch the VOD. No one has to know. Oh dear. And that'll be Yuhan Ultimate online for round 3.
I really like that after getting those initial picks, Himmers, they don't just speed up really quick, giving away a lot of their positioning. They still just walk up, contact play, and once they get contact into sight, just do that full execute. Also, I'm really liking the way that Anyway and Yuhan are trading off of each other. A lot of that movement coming in from the Jet. She's just pulling a lot of those crosshairs, and Yuhan's just coming in right after her, getting those picks and just being annoying overall. But in this round here, Hammers spamming towards this barrage.
Honestly, I hate Swimtrek's buy. Because they forced a pistol slap last round, not only do they have light armors on 5 players, Venture doesn't have a drone, Bob doesn't have an updraft, you don't have TPs on Corrupt, you're missing so much util on a round where Yuhan has the kidnap and has a rifle to play off too.
Yeah, I think this is one of those moments where Swimtrek's like, yeah, you know, we have better aim, we just won that last stage. A little bit of ego here. Might cost them a round though. We'll see execute it looks like on the side of Hammers.
Let's see. No ultimate pop just yet, and Ennui will drop, and, well, Yuhan hits the floor without even pulling the ultimate out. Just played off of the tripwires. A brilliant success, so I suppose Sherrod bought the only utility that actually matters for Swimtrek, and now it is full map control. Venture has boxed these players onto C-Long. Shouldn't be any surprise for Swimtrek now. And that trip was still not broken on the exit here. Players
30 seconds left.
The trip on the ground and not thinking about Sherrod on the off angle. Unfortunately, Sherrod doesn't bullets, but can't imagine it will actually matter as Corrupt comes in to seal the deal.
Crazy that it's only been 3 rounds, and 2 out of the 3 rounds Venture has pushed all the way through a lobby and been able to flank.
My time.
Kind of crazy, but good map control. And I think now they're going to be happy with that half armor buy, knowing they don't need that much util, just playing to make sure they're not overextending. And Sherrod, like you said, good to hold that site. But now, Bob is actually going for a little bit of an aggressive peek towards mid here.
I have this button walking it down, but taking her time so far. Did fire a shot at Yuhan, so she'll drop back. It's a crazy orb to be taking there. What?
Wait, did Venture drone? Or dart?
I think there might have been a dart, but
Darted.
it's the last 3 rounds there hasn't been attention over here, but still,
down
that's
A.
a little bit wild. Now Yuhan pulls Bob into the dual zone and is punished on the other side. So
Last player
the
standing.
orb grab will not amount to anything for Himmers. That's the only kill they even got on the round.
That looked crazy decisive for being down numbers there for Swimtrek. Good cleanup, making sure they're not finishing or overextending, and giving up more numbers. Not too aggressive on equalizing either, just taking that fight. Obviously, Bob winning in the ISO is the deal. And now, thirsty for the side of her Himmers. Colby has a Guardian though. See if they can do anything.
This is a nice spot.
Scanning ahead. Shock dart.
Himmers have their eyes on the C site here on this anti-eco, and task number 1, figure out where these trips are going to be. It's a big problem in the previous round, and already one's been broken. Careful of this walk up though. Colby right on the other side of the corner, and again, Swimtrek punished on this A side early.
Keep trying to over-aggress, over-peak Venture. As mentioned, they got into spawn twice now, but now they're just overextending constantly on this A lobby.
The A walk didn't work, so what about a C walk? Let's see it, Bob. What do you have? And on this anti-eco, we've now sent Take Flight 2 players on a bit of a death sentence mission on their own. We have to Swimtrek to again get themselves back into a round at a deficit. Eli would literally flash blank completely on their own. That's disgusting. That's just simply disgusting. Eli has evened this round instantly.
30
Page will
seconds
clear.
left.
Dart at the ready.
1 enemy remaining.
Good hold out of Sen. So Eli had 3.
1
you
enemy
get a pair.
remaining.
That'll be the first. Halfway there. Try and stop this eco round going Himmer's
10
way.
seconds left.
An exposed
Spike
plant, but
planted.
Sherrod will respect it. And on we walk straight back in. Easy as pie for Sherrod. And they don't toss the anti-eco.
That,
I saw your
that-
secret.
my brain
They
is
made you weak.
scrambled right now. My brain is fried. Red Bull clutch, winning that round out. I mean, Sherrod and Eli actually pulling miracles to get Swim Track back into that round. That early round was insane. Corrupt pushing all the way through A,
That
and
goes
Bob
there.
pushing all the way down C. It's just little questionable decision making. I know we want to equalize numbers, but again, they're on a thrifty. We can't be giving them two weapons and forcing the numbers. It's really scary. But first gun round here. Sorry, second gun round here. Op online for Bob. He's gonna go towards that short A, try to get a pick. The dart's gonna scan in, but nothing to come out of it.
Yeah, this will be a new look on A short. And Timbers have liked to step into that space, so I like the idea out of Bob.
My ult is ready.
It's like these are so dangerous versus the Bob, but Bob will miss the first shot and keep Himmers with a chance to settle back in. I just don't know if there's a chance to settle in if you walk towards Eli, though, after what happened in the last round. C-side seems like it's closed for business, and B-side might be closed as well. How about that? 2 kills right off the rip for Corrupt. Eli's going to be charging on in as well. I mean, so many blinds as Colby opens something up outside garage window. Colby is just on a warpath right now, tearing through this round, and Slandy
One enemy remaining.
has stepped up
Last
beside
player
him.
standing. 30 seconds left.
Colby for it all. Colby will get
my-
it done. What in the world was that?
What is happening? The flank from garage? That was... that was crazy.
Kobe just ran all the way through.
The freedom to run all the way through, not being aware. After getting that first pick, Colby, nobody turned around to look at her still. She was able to punish one more player before Swim Trek even realized that she was all the way through. That was insane.
I think Eli was the garage player and rotated over to ult for Phoenix.
True.
And that just left a huge
Yeah.
gap. That was punished. Now we're back over towards the A side, though. No operator this time, but a hero rifle for Bob. Cash on out of there. And this mid-side
My eyes are
Eli.
done.
Hard to
Fires
do
out.
much with that. Sin has the read with the camera. That's going to force at least Sherrod to abandon the A side. Corrupt also stepping forward, trying to get that information, so...
Again, Himmers with a really good discipline, not overextending after getting a couple of these picks. They know it's a thrifty. They know that they're looking for any more reaggression. That Swim Trek has consistently reaggressed after losing numbers. Really well played, and now another contact play.
Drone in. Bob would be the difference maker. If Bob can get in front of things, but now the support collapsing around her. Swings around the left side. That's a quick 2,
Spike
but
down A.
Yuhan and the shield are a little bit too hard to topple.
My God, those 2 kills were
30
insane.
seconds left.
Corrupt did the same thing
Spike
that last
planted.
round from B. Getting 2 picks through that smoke. Sherrod in a 1v3. It's looking a little rough, but kind of insane the firepower in this game already.
This is going to be a game that is decided
Cage triggered.
by the gunplay.
Oh yeah.
That's how Swim Trek like to operate, and you can see
One
Sherrod
enemy
smooth
remaining.
on it right there. Come on! That's just absurd.
What is happening? What is going on
Just-
in this game?
It's just gunplay. And Sherrod is that much better.
Always play high stakes.
A Red Bull clutch in a 1v3 sheriff clip at that.
Clutch. Then another clutch, round by round. The Red Bull clutches are actually coming in hot in this game. That was insane. Even after getting tagged by the camera, Sherrod did not care.
This is
Just
a nice
wide
spot.
swinging, one by one peaks by Himmers. I talked about
This
their
goes
discipline,
here.
but that was just a little bit too muddy. Crazy round coming in. I can't stop smiling right now, Ender.
Well, Swim Trek just won in eco. I wonder if Himmers can. They've already pulled out and ultimate, and that's with a Guardian too. Colby trying to get a little creative with this. Careful of Venture in the corner on short.
I know.
The knives good for one and a second. We're right back at it. Of course we are. Hammer's not going to drop a beat after getting upset on the previous round. It'll be up to Sherrod and Eli again. They were in a 2v5 before. Sherrod was in the 1v3 at that, but this seems like a bit too much for
My eyes
them.
are better than yours.
One. At this point, we just need to sit back and watch the treat that is Sherrod in the clutch.
No more charges left.
Remembers the previous round. Needs to be absolutely perfect.
Thrifty.
Waiting out for it, and it won't be there. Ennui. This time for 4 and ties things up.
Wow, the knives, the jet movement, everything was just playing out really well.
This goes here.
I feel like Himmers are just doing such a good job. That one round that they lost Sherrod, obviously with the 1v3, they fixed that real quick, not overextending in that post plant, making sure they're actually playing those crossfires. No one's over peaking, solidifying that win condition. But I mean, kind of insane because look at this buy on the side of Swimtrek. 2 sheriffs, but they have 3 ults, but also 3 rifles. It's just so weird here. And a little bit of a desperate thing because they're all pushed up towards the same lane. 3 players here.
I think at this point, we might be better off just ignoring whatever the buy is or the economy.
True, actually true.
I don't even know if it matters. Like it should, but I don't know if it actually does.
Flight.
This forward double hold on A though. It matters. For Swimtrek. Good flash. Good drone.
No distraction.
And now with the shield primed. Wait a second, that's a little bit of overlap. Eli got a spam kill on the other side. Let's see if Yuhan can succeed inside of the pit. That'll be one. But Himmers were completely blasted in reality. Colby's opened something up on the other side. But I'm still concerned about Corrupt's position on the site. Just a sheriff. But maybe find the gap here. Did find the gap, but Yuhan was perfectly ready for it.
Spike planted.
Never comfortable in the post plant though. There's always a chance. Always something that Swimtrek can pull out of a hat. Cautious on the approach.
Last player standing.
Now the 1-on-3. Himmers have been a little bit more locked in these last few post plants, and it's a funky spot to be in. Deep into a round like that, Yuhan claims 3 on the round, and Himmers have stolen back the lead.
It's kind of crazy, the firepower that I'm seeing on the side of Himmers. For those of you who don't know, Yuhan actually previously played for Empire GC 2026 Stage 1. That's when they first made their debut. She was playing really well. Again, just coming out of nowhere in a sense, because in Stage 1 and Stage 2, in that open qualifier, she didn't really make it out with that
Revealing
team. And
area.
now, sorry, Stage 1, she didn't make it out of that team, and now playing on Himmer, as you can see, she's been enabled so well. It feels like
This goes here.
peaks are there. The ISO actually is working out really well. It's enabling the confidence in a lot of these 1v1s that she's taking.
Himmers need some confidence to deal with the huge amount of forward utility Swimmers have shown on A. Right now, they've just frozen. And it's hard to work through a round like this, choosing whether or not you go back in and re-clear A or try your luck somewhere else on the map. And now with the flash at their backs, Colby will deal with that flank push through. And Himmers are actually going to get called to group back up together, play up numbers. I think that's absolutely necessary. Playing against a team like Swimtrek, this team plays loose, fast and loose. They play for high individual agency to look for timings where they can take picks. You've got to play by the book, play numbers, or you'll just get steamrolled out of nowhere like we've seen already. And that's why clearing here has to be
Enemy
and
remaining.
it is solid work all around here out of Himmers.
Yeah, really well done. I feel like I've been really impressed with the discipline, the firepower from both these teams. Of course, we've seen it before, but it's just been the way that Himmers is so understanding of how they want to play. Like you mentioned, they know that Swim Trek is so aggressive. They know that Swim Trek likes to make a lot of these plays, high risk, high reward plays, and they're just adapting really well. And Colby, one of the players that we mentioned earlier, playing an array of agents, just stepping up on Omen. One of the main reasons why I wanted to point her out, because she consistently frags as well.
No keeping it going this game. Wow. Okay. That's the venture I've been waiting to see. Look at C long too. Sherrod all the way up.
Ouch.
Many options to go, although catching Bob straight down the scope is a good way to kick it off. Colby 2 has somehow caught out Venture, and we're just on to the A site, it seems. Sin already crunching in through A-Link. And Simtrek completely separated from one another. It's a great paranoia. And those shots, the blind getting up in Sin's eyes. Flank underway too. With even numbers now, and another great piece of utility from Swimtrack. Finally starting to put the pieces together. Eli and Sherrod once together in a deep round, playing off one another, and Yuhan sticks in it. That's a great shot as Colby once again plays around inside the cover of darkness and wins around for her team.
Yeah, just getting that entry into the site. Not even the first kill of the round, but just being able to get that map control by walking in, catching Venture off guard, and then also the post plant, being able to set them up for success here. Colby playing so well. Her timings have been insane on this map, but I mean, the one thing to consider is that Swim Trek, I talked about this earlier, their Haven defense side is not the best. They've struggled on it, but they have had a really strong attack side. So I think even though it is 7-4 here for Swim Trek, I'm not too worried. I think they shouldn't be either. They've been able to pull it back. So Yuhan actually getting the pick onto Sherrod here.
Wow. Yeah, Sherrod getting beaten on their own cage. Is ready.
Yeah.
I think Yuhan actually having lower elevation there helped a lot. But now with the call to go silent, Venture has started to become a lot more concerned about someone being on B potentially. Is that Guardian shot coming all the way at Colby from A log? Colby had a second guess, like, what was that? Okay. Going into C now. One spotted. But I don't believe Bob was in the corner. And Bob is the linchpin of the round. Beautiful shots with this Guardian. It doesn't get any better than
One
that.
enemy remaining. Spike down, C.
Venture and Corrupt locked it down as well. So to close out this half, Swim Tracker only going to be trailing by 2.
Switching sides.
Yeah, they're going to be happy with that. 2 more rounds on their defensive side than they did get versus FlyQuest. So definitely a little bit of a step up for them. But Himmers, they're going to be really happy with that half. I feel like they've solidified their timing and they've solidified a lot of their team play and shown that they're here to compete. But of course, this is Himmers' map pick. So I think they had a really solid plan coming into this, especially facing against Swim Trek Blue.
Yes, this should do.
And this pistol, it's going to be kind of important here. If Swim Trek win this, they get to equalize right away. But for Himmers, they'll be able to pull away and make it just a little bit of a bigger round differential for them to play with.
Cage triggered.
Himmers shown quite a bit over towards A lobby early on into the round. Swim Trek often just like to let some of their players work the map on their own. Sherrod patrols A. Bob has ideas to work up into garage. And that is the weak point of the map. Right now it's fully Sin's responsibility to cover this side, but now Colby shows up as well. Sees these 2 players coming in. And works back into the site with Sin. Sin a little pop-up onto wood. A great spot to be in. 22 health to live with. But not for long. Bob claims 2 on that bandit shot. And now 2 sheriffs have to work all the way down the line. Footsteps are heard by Venture. Now Ennui going to try and dash forward here, get back into this fight. Second pistol here would just about send Himmers off to the races. It's looking less and less likely. I love this step up into the corner from Corrupt. It is a perfect position to walk into. It's exactly what SwimTrek need to win this pistol.
Yep, now they can equalize it if they do manage to win this next round as well, which the chances are pretty high. The Outlaw onto Bob. Seen her do a lot of work with the operator.
Here.
Being caught off guard was the only issue that she had towards that defensive side, but now on the attacking side, able to set herself up for success, as well as Venture using a lot of that util to be able to get Bob into position. And I think, I don't know, I'm really excited about this matchup because I just feel like it's so close in terms of firepower. I feel like in terms of gameplay as well, both these teams have done their homework. And it's really a telltale sign in this game so far. But, yes? What have you seen?
What is my Sova player buying?
And
I'm not talking about Venture.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? You buy a Judge, you get 1 or 2, you make your money back.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, like...
I don't think that's actually how much you,
no,
make
that's,
back.
Yeah,
but...
yeah, no, that's... Girl math. Don't worry about it.
Okay, girl math. You know what? Thanks for enlightening me. Let's see if it wins a round. I think then it would truly be the payoff. That's a good flash, though. Ennui lands on one, and how about that? The Judge has only gotten the 1, so I'm not sure if this girl math adds up exactly.
Spike planted. Last player
really
standing.
not buying in here.
I was really hoping Colby started getting a couple crazy kills there so I could prove you wrong. This 1v3 not looking likely. Bob gonna end it here. But yeah, that was a little rough. You know, if Slandy got 1 more kill, it would have been the
And you
play.
know what? Bob will take it. Why not?
Hey, look, we can get another Judge. We're fine. Don't worry about it.
Is that what this game is going to come down to? Slandy just judging round after round?
You know what? Slandy, since Misfits, has been one of those players that's been severely underrated in terms of util usage. So I think she gets a pass. She can get a Judge because her util's so good. She's been able to get information
But she didn't
really
buy
well.
a drone!
Healing area.
Myrna, she didn't
No,
buy
no,
a drone!
no, because she's so good, she doesn't need it. Trust me. Look, she doesn't need a drone
okay.
because she is the drone. She has a Judge. They can't get long A. You feel me?
Wait. You might be cooking here.
Yes. And
see.
she has friends.
She has friends. That's really the most important
Enemy
part of it
kill.
all, right? She has 1 less friend. Oh well, and now she has no friends. That's really sad, actually. Oh no.
Scouts
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it.
That was systematic destruction on every front in every sense of the word.
Yeah, real talk, that was a really rough gun round.
Spike
there for
drop.
Himmers.
Bonus
And
round, by the way, for Swim.
Yeah, that was not good. I mean, the setup was
Spike
a little
planted.
rough crossing. I understand that we want to take heavy A lobby control there, but just timing was off, the peaks were off. That was rough, and they're gonna be broke going into this next round unless Sin can pull off a miracle here.
Foolish.
Start. Sin's just trying to make it out of here with a gun. But Sherrod will see to it that that is not a possibility. SwimTrek now clawed all the way back here, taking the lead in the second half.
Yeah, I'm really struggling to understand what the plan was that
This
last
goes
round.
here.
I know we were waffling a little bit. Slandy getting the Judge and she had friends, but the 3 stacked towards long, knowing that your short is open, but you're also not aggressing, you're just playing behind that dark cover, crossing to bricks. It's a struggle. I think if you're setting up a trap play, you need a little bit different of a setup. Definitely not your Sova just jumping across towards bricks. And it just obviously was punished by SwimTrek. You didn't really have to do much, just fighting that long line.
And the big thing is in the second round of the half, SwimTrek or Himmers bought a lot of pistols, so they only had light armors. The Outlaw eats them alive. Now on the light buy.
Spike down. C.
Kills now found. 3 players ready to work into the site. It's Himmers up numbers, but now without Yvonne, things will only get tougher from here. Looking uphill for Himmers,
player
but
standing.
Colby has a gun, and Colby is deadly with it.
Ultimate is ready to win.
We're back tied at 8.
Okay, we need to see a Colby highlight reel after this because those shots were insane. Being able to stay alive for so long is insane. The positioning as well, being able to delay for that long. The fact that all of Colby's team was there on site to assist her in time because she just kept delaying and delaying. Bob could not clear her out. The knives just weren't good enough. The updraft barely being there. It's just crazy that they won that round and now almost not really feeling punished for that gun round that they had. Back to 3A though, pushing towards that long lobby. Setting Onwe up for success here. The rest of the team though, on the side of Swim Track, they're grouping up towards this mid.
What do you make of the attack op for Bob now?
Yeah, this is hard. Holding for rotates, I guess, is the best bet. Trying to get those entries, but so far, if I'm Bob, I'm going towards long A, because every single time he's given some sort of number there.
Watch your eyes!
Swimcheck are really relying on Eli to get something done, and these early fights are not even supported by the run it back. Not wanting to use that just
Joke's
yet.
over! You're dead!
But now, as a way of selling this fake on the A side, that's exactly what they are going to do. Sent back, and Himmers should realize instantly that no one's rotating, so they can go and try and cover on this C side. And this is the side of the map where Sin has been wildly effective at holding on to that side. We just saw it on the
30
eco round in the
seconds
same position. It was Colby who's now ported in back plat, and the rotates are coming back onto the A side, so that's exactly where Eli has worked through. Now with the tripwire broken, these B players have to be concerned about a potential flank, but they have found the gap, and they have found a spike plant. And Bob is up in window with an op through it all. Swimtrek have full control of the map. They just worked Himmers all the way around. And there is nothing going right for Himmers in a round like this.
Wild that that was a flawless, especially considering the fact that Himmers had full A lobby control. They had Onwe set up all the way deep in that long line, and then all of a sudden they've just full fallen off. Fast rotate, over rotating, really struggling there, Himmers, to read the map properly. I think the lack of information really got them there, and now they have the knives back online on Onwe. We've seen her do phenomenal things with this. But is it enough? Because 5 players for Swim Trek towards this long line.
Quick teleport around the corner. Those knives are out. But Bob has been pushed off the end.
Nowhere to run!
Only on 2 HP. Now the ultimate ripped out from the attack. A second shot connects. That is Slandy down. The only sign of life could be Colby with that hero gun. Swinging now with 3 players. Colby is dropped.
Down A.
Swimtech. They're just going to keep on running away with this thing. You'd have to imagine. Venture claims a 3rd on the round, and Swimtech are up to double digits.
The aggression coming in from Swim Trek, you can really tell in a round like that, where Eli's just holding W through, making space, trying to get that backside, clearing it, getting into spawn. Swim Trek, I mean, they're going to definitely feel confident. This is why I was talking about their attack side. Their defense side, getting those 5 rounds was really important because that's where they struggle. And actually, it set them up for success, especially winning that pistol round as well. They're able to snowball so far. It feels like on the side of Himmers, they keep fighting this long A lobby under, but it's just not successful. It feels like they can't actually contest it. And I'm wondering if it's because of this comp, because of the ISO.
Yeah, I mean, I remember back in the day when a lot of teams were running the ISO Yoru, the A main fights were actually one of the strengths.
Yeah.
Because you have like the undercut for the early control, the shield, and you could really swarm and fight over that, but that has not seemed to be actually coming to fruition here. I think because Swimtrack have just been attacking it with bodies, and Himmers have just been going for those fights over the long angles.
Yeah. Also, the lack of flashes is just a little bit of a struggle. Usually when you have the neon, you have the stun, or you have the fast lane to get out. When you're playing the Phoenix, you have the close curveball, trying to just flash, as well as another molly to just delay. With ISO, it's just fighting with bodies, but like you
We
said, just from
will
such a
reveal
long
their
angle, it's hard to
secrets.
get those trades in.
Cage triggered.
Sherrod is going on.
Oh,
Oh my word.
No.
So is Colby. What is going on? Swimtruck just ran over the entire map. I don't think Himmers had any clue that Swimtruck could be where they were.
no, I feel so bad for Colby. I've been there, girl. I've been there. You
Because literally
missed
her
the jump.
team's saying like,
One enemy
they're coming
remaining.
B, right? Like smoke B please? Or something.
Yeah, and I think she also was trying to jump up on the box, but she missed it because she was too far ahead of it. So she turned around to look at where the box was, and trying to pull out util at the same time. And it, oh man, it's okay, Colby. We've been there. Don't worry about it. Nobody saw it. Don't worry about it.
That's again one of those things where I got timinged. You know, you just dropped that
Yeah,
in chat
just
and was like,
timing.
you know what? You're 20 and 12. You absolutely got
True.
timinged.
True, Colby. Don't even sweat it. You're 20 and 12. It's fine. But
Yeah.
on a real note here, another thrifty for the side of Himmers. Not to count it out though, because thrifties have been winnable for sure this game. Maybe 3 thrifties overall. Bob gonna get that initial pick onto Slandy. Eli getting a pick onto Yuhan, and it's just completely shut down here, Ender.
What do you think the odds of winning a thrifty like this are?
Colby, winnable. Maybe like,
I mean, she is 20 and 12.
25%.
Did you know she's 20 and 12?
She's 20 and 12?
Yeah.
You mean 25 and 12 after this?
Spike planted.
Ain't no way. Wait, Sherrod is literally in A lobby. Swimtrek are just running Colby down. Oh no. Wait, did you know that Colby is 21 and 12?
Yeah, that's crazy. Make it 22 perhaps?
Make it 23?
Oh, you cursed it.
You know what? Like we said,
Match
she's
point.
22 and 13.
Yeah, that's exactly what we said. But okay, Ender, listen. Match point here. If I'm Himmers, I'm locking in. We have 4 ults online. The long aim fight hasn't worked because of the lack of util, in my opinion. They have that Sova ult online. It doesn't look like they're setting up for that ult towards A lobby, but feels like they're still not changing their setup here on the defensive side enough to kind of counter whatever Swimtrek is doing. A lot of mid control here from Swimtrek, and they just keep getting it.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, Eli ready to run through
Nowhere
their own
to
flames
run.
there. And now Hunter's Spear on a great angle to shut down the pinch in through Garage. Horizontal ult right there, but still Swimtrek have made it out. Still Sin hiding inside the cage on site.
Violated.
And with Colby in the corner too, look where the spike is. That is not where you want your spike to be when
Spike
Himmers
down,
are
C.
completely ensconcing you. Sherrod and Bob miles away. Don't really know what the plan was from Swimtrek, but somehow now Ennui is between them as well, and somehow Sherrod is ready for it. Of a messy map state right now. Camera, I think it saw the
I think, yep, I think they spotted Yuhan.
Absolutely. Not enough for this spam is gonna come up with nothing. It's landing now, closing
30
in.
seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Yuhan swinging that before Slandy has the backstab is wild. Just wants to farm up those kills. Still has the ultimate online for the future round, and that'll be the off out of Bob's hands.
I mean, finally, Himmers being able to win this gun round on the defensive side. It feels like it was really down to Colby's timing and Garage, getting that pick, being able to re-wrap around onto C site, and then Corrupt just being out on site with the spike alone. I mean, that was really questionable in itself. Sin, though, doing a good job at just hiding, waiting in that dark cover, avoiding
goes
Corrupt
here.
for so long that Colby had the good timing to come back and fight. Swimtrek, though, they're going back towards this A lobby. This is where they found quite a lot of success, but Ennui has it on. Unable to punish Bob. Oh my goodness, that was so close.
Neither shot connecting there. So Bob will reposition. Make sure there's no mid-aggression outside of garage doors. Donwee moves to that short angle.
Eyes down.
Spotted in this one. She's not going to miss. Good connection out of Ennui. That is over A main for the time being. Shame you can't say the same of B site with Colby falling. But still Swim Trek pumping the brakes for now. Fake TP.
Enemy mark.
Doesn't pull any aggression. Jet op was spotted on A short. And that's going to be all the encouragement Swim Trek need to work into this B site.
Headshot.
Is taken out of the round, still with the ult available.
Here.
Big miss not to be able to activate on that. And now Eli challenging close.
Flash.
Flames come down with her. Blinds up the back line and messes up Slandy too. Trying to fight their way out of this. Slandy living on just a sliver. And blinded up with nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And shot down through the smoke. Swim Trek Blue claim map 1 in this qualifying series.
They've switched it up.
New comp.
But it's Reyna.
New comp.
Unlocked. Ruhan on the Reyna. If Dan was here, she would lose her mind. Ennui on the Jet, though. I think Ennui actually had really good pop-off rounds with that Jet. The Knives round that I'm thinking of, where she got the entry onto site, got another 2 or 3 kills as well to solidify that round. But I'm a little scared here, Andrew. I'm gonna be real. But I'm looking at Swim Trek Blue. Sherrod on the Phoenix, Bob on the Jet. The comp just itself, it's very meta, but it works so well.
It's meta, it works well, but again, this is role swaps for Swim Trek Blue. Sherrod was playing Cypher on the last map. Now we're playing the Phoenix to let Eli go nuts on the Chamber.
Yeah, that's actually insane. Eli holding... Actually, that is quite insane considering Eli had a phenomenal standout game on Phoenix last map. But I think
and Sherrod was insane on the Cypher too.
No, literally, actually, what's going on? I feel like this is crazy. But if it works, it works. And I feel like for both these teams, they love chaos. If they haven't proven that to us yet, if you really don't believe it somehow from that first map, they're definitely going to show it in this next map, or at least showing it with the way that they're changing up their comps, the way that they're changing up their playstyle. And I think the good thing about both these teams is the fact that they have so many players that can flex on these roles and still be able to put up the numbers, still be able to perform. And I think that's why this series is such a good one so far, and it's definitely going to continue into this map of Ascent.
Absolutely. You've got two teams that play very similar styles, changing up roles all the time, playing high agency individual picks, playing a puggy overall game plan that relies on individual skill. So far, Swim Trek is bullying their way into the B site. A rare show of teamwork from them. 5 players working on in there. After so many times they isolate, and of course Bob is going to go on the other side of the door. Of course, Himmer's trying to work back into the site, doubled up on Boathouse, but that frenzy is lethal in Sherrod's hands. It's just the duelists left. Stuck deep into spawn, but players have already been chipped down. Eli on 24 health. Sherrod holding this curve. Comes out of the corner.
One enemy remaining.
Style, and that's another shot from the frenzy. Sherrod taking over this series. It doesn't matter if they're playing the Cypher. It doesn't matter if they're playing the Phoenix. It doesn't matter if they're playing with their left and right hands all mixed up. They're going to be frying everywhere.
I think it's nice to see that even though they switch up the roles, they still have similar play styles. Just holding W, clearing that back side. Sherrod relying on the pure aim. Nice shots there. The frenzy going crazy. 4 kills to solidify that pistol. And now they're going and grouping up Swim Trek. I like to see them grouped up, like you mentioned, spreading out a little bit too hard at the beginning of that last map.
FPX buy for Swim Trek Blue now. Not the way you want to start the round, though, with Sherrod on 1 singular health. And because I believe Sherrod went for armor and the gun, no utility to try and heal.
That's insane. Bob trying to find any opening towards that mid, but again, Just going
I'll
for
come
their
back.
peaks, Eli and Bob. Switching on to A here.
You lose.
That's good work from Eli. And somehow it's been responded. Colby with this bandit on the
Spike
high
down
angle,
A.
just above the dark cover. And it's gotten a little bit messy.
One enemy
Doesn't even have a
remaining.
gun, that's just a
Last player
pistol!
standing.
We're now in a one-on-one. Bob already chipped away at it.
Spike planted.
One shot to the dome will be a kill. And Slandy's gone all the way around the world. I don't know if there's a gun to be picked up in main. There's a body there, but now Bob has found the perfect position to play this post from. Slandy would have to go so wide to actually clear this spot, and Bob just picks the timing to strike first regardless.
That was a little bit scary. 1v1. I know it was the FTX buy, but it's still a little bit expensive. That being said, Eli is able to afford an operator on that chamber. Really good start for them for this first gun round here. I don't know how Himmers are so broke though. 2 Guardians. Oh, never mind.
Time out.
Never mind. We're changing it up. Colby baited me twice. But the rifles
alarm
coming
box.
online. Feels like it's still really good to see that Himmers are keeping up that really fast pace. Eli with a quick peek.
Ew!
What was that?
Come on! What a shot! Just sets
My
the
ultimate's
tone
ready.
for this round. Swimtrack buying up into it and already paying off massively.
Crazy. Eli trying to go for another peek. Swimmer's not overextending, not over peeking, not rotating too quick. You know what? Again, I speak, I'm in big trouble.
It just keeps happening somehow. Colby loves this spot. Just saw it in the last round, and again, it's just a one-shot down. Easy headshot. Colby continuing to build on that success from the first map. Eli not distracted by the shock dart. As the double face prepares. Leg shots coming. Slandy on 5 health, and now Venture steps right back into the same angle. Swimtrack trying to hold this down. Colby is the threat from heaven. 3 kills already in the round, making 4, but 5 were required to win this one. Swimtrack will take it.
Crazy. Colby 4K. This is Seer keeping up that momentum from that last matchup, but honestly, Andrew, that didn't really feel like it was just Swimtrack winning a bonus. It felt like they actually had better economy, better value of their weapons compared to Himmers with that operator online. Now, when I'm watching this, I'm just constantly wondering how Swimmers is going to change it up. And they do every single round. Stacking towards this B site here now.
Come on, let's go.
We'll run it back up in main now. Is on, we will send that straight on out there. These pistols, the guns are holding it down. Firing back. First kill went Himmer's way, but everything to follow has gone the opposite side. Oh dear. Colby had a chance to get a couple of kills, but to be found at the end.
That was a quick round, but I love the fact that Swimmers just come back to fight together. But you know what? Let's forget about these last 4 rounds, Andrew, because now we're in the first gun round. I don't care about that first gun round. That didn't count. This is the first gun round. Full armor, full util for both sides here. And it looks like they're still going to keep punishing it on the side of Swimtrack. They love going for some fast, aggressive plays when they know that they're on that buy. The paranoia fast. The main hit here. Punishing that killjoy turret, just an execute.
Himmers are choosing to play fully off-site. Big ultimates to work back in. And Corrupt. On the opposite side of the door, but Colby's seen that one before.
Spike planted.
It's now up numbers for the post plant. The worry is Venture's ultimate. A great lineup to catch out these players and to swing in underneath it as well. It's a contact on the other side too, so Sim down on half health. And now now the ultimate to get back in. That's going to punch a ticket straight into B main for Colby as Bob jumps up on lane,
Last
instantly
player
regrets
standing.
that decision. Action of the dart. Will lead to a spam kill down through it, and Venture will fall in the back. Himmers have finally shown up here in the second map.
I really liked Swimtrek's attempt on that post plan to push towards that spawn, having a plan in place with that ult from Venture. But again, Himmer is not overextending, not going too quick. They're aware that some sort of play is going to be made to get numbers, and they were ready for it. Yes, they got picked off, but they were able to trade, playing together as a group. And now that op is going to go onto the side of Anhui. She's going to be playing that towards A main. I think she's going to find success. I say that and she goes straight to cap because I'm so good at cursing it.
Time out.
This is the first time now
You
that
just
Swimtrek...
can't catch a break.
I know. What's going on here? Like, you know what? It's fine.
They must be listening.
Yeah.
And they're just toying with you at this point. It's not fair. Okay, a little updraft. Been a while since I've seen that one. That was a classic back in year 1 of Valorant. All those funny little updraft plays you could do on Jet, but
Oh yeah.
well, it's been a long time.
Anyone miss the double updraft? Double dash?
Yeah, what about Sage boosts into another updraft?
Oh my
like
god,
the high Sage
fun.
boost. Oh man, the good times, the good
Remember-
days.
The good old times. I like that they went and got that orb though. A lot of aggression, but Sin has the Killjoy lockdown online, so they can play retake here for the side of Himmers. They're able to just play that quick retake. 3 players stacked towards that A site, and Colby jump spotting is going to get a little bit of information. The execute coming in here on the side of Killjoy.
Eli is the problem for Himmers in this round, especially with 2 players rotating through mid. Dash into the site.
30
Ross
seconds
is
left.
quiet though. Eli has allowed these players to work on past. There's still a trip guarding the flank. That'll at least alert Timmers to the possibility. But those would have been absolutely free kills. And as it stands, Eli has been dropped.
Spike
Now the market
planted.
tower is going to come tumbling down, and 3 players blitz on through B main. It's a perfect flash though. Slandy quick on the turn.
Oh,
Has stopped it dead in its
player
tracks.
standing.
Solandi has just willed this round into her teammates' hands. What a performance.
that was crazy, and I really like the call there to be able to push on that flank. Yes, they got timings. Yes, Eli had a good positioning, but Sin being aware, knowing that they still need to re-clear mid before committing to this execute, before committing to this retake, sorry, and not even using the Killjoy lockdown to get the retake. That was really well played, and they keep that ult online. Swimtrek, they got onto site, but it was just a struggle for that post plan. And now Himmers, 2 rounds in a row, they're gonna start feeling good. Maybe a snowball starts here under.
Let's see if they can get it going, because Bob has chosen to force on up here. It's going to be a double op round with Eli pulling the trigger on the tour de force. So this
You
opening
want to
fight,
play?
Jets
Let's
staring
play.
straight at one another. Nothing to be found just yet.
My ultimate's ready.
I like that they got that
flight.
Phoenix Salt online on Sherrod. Definitely sets them up for any kind of fast play that they want to take. Venture actually getting tagged with a drone, and that's good mid-round information from Slandy.
See how far Sherrod wants to work. Sherrod, even in rounds with the run it back, has liked to walk forward early on.
Flash!
Take the fight to out. This time with a double up in tree. That could be dangerous. A Lear Dart combo would be devastating. Simtrack pushed into tree, but out on catwalk, they're still going to be safe.
Cover going out. Blinding.
30 seconds left.
Finally,
I have
they're
the
coming
spike.
back. And Yuhan gonna step away from this one. Going on Ennui. That shot doesn't hit? Really? I thought that was right on the money.
Crazy.
And of course Bob's does on the other side. Of course Colby kills the planter! Swimtrack just threw the round!
10
They
seconds
thought they
left.
had a clear B site with Bob's pick on mid, but that spike gets dropped with no one anywhere close enough to recover it. Hammers have just been gifted around here. And the comeback continues ever onward.
Oh. What is going on? This is, guys, I told you, Ender, this is the most chaotic game I've witnessed. I told you.
That
Put
was
my stamp
wild.
on it. That was crazy. Getting back into sight, trying to get that spike down, thinking the site was clear. Colby just fully understanding that there could be a player close. They were not convinced. They didn't see the spike. And so she stayed. They had that crossfire in market for so long. So why not? And now 3 rounds in a row. They still have 4 ults online, not needing to spend them. Ennui going for an aggressive peek in B main.
Keep the snowball rolling. Top shot to flick to, but
Oh.
Ennui hits it regardless. And another one on the back end as well. Eli down to half.
Feels like they're getting away with so much here on the side of Himmers. They're just so good, so content with holding back now. Not forcing anything too aggressive, which is crazy considering they have Reyna in their comp. The drone coming in, Slandy again. I talked about the mid-round information from her. She's been good at getting it. Hang on to Corrupt. Anui's just holding it.
It's a great hold.
Spike
and
down
Yuhan
mid.
hits it on the other side too. Hammers have completely bounced back here. Looking to tie things up. For anyone just joining us, the stakes of this game pretty simple. Both of our teams are sitting 3 wins, 1 loss on the Swiss stage. You need 4 wins to qualify to the main event. The winner
30
here
seconds left.
goes on to the higher seeds. And Swim Trek, while they are finding the kills, it would still have to go way too far with the spike to actually win this thing. So the real win for Bob is just holding on to this operator and continuing to farm on up. I mean, there's no way
They don't have
to
time.
plant the spike. There's no way Colby doesn't just kill the planter. Not a chance.
1 enemy remaining.
There you go. And Colby will glide on through. That's back-to-back rounds where her unflinchingness just wraps up around at the wire.
Yeah, it feels like Swim Trek has kind of stepped away a little bit from the really aggressive grouped up situations that they like to play in, constantly trying to get some sort of lurk towards mid, splitting up one player, but then the other 4 are also split on the decisions that they're making. Unable to just trade, unable to just take that space together and full commit to an execute. Feels like even on the executes on sites, their pathing has just been a little bit of a struggle, not being able to trade out. I think this is a tactical pause here from the side of Swim Trek. At least if it were me, it should be, because, man, 4 rounds in a row. One of them is because they did not fall for that fake. They were not able to get that spike down. And now they're just struggling to figure out the answer here.
Yeah, see, logically, taking a timeout here makes a lot of sense after you lose 4 in a row. But I didn't know that Swim Trek were a team that took timeouts, I'll be honest. There's a few of them. You run into them, you know, playing GC. It was like, I'm sure you played against teams that was like, wait, they just never call a timeout.
Oh, yeah.
And I can tell you as a coach for the other team, I found that exceptionally frustrating because I just lose out on 2 extra chances to talk to my players. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I think if I'm Swim Trek here, I'm just trying to figure out what's happening in that mid round. It feels like that's where they're dropping a lot of their players, or dropping a lot of their plan for the round, unable to just figure out where they want to end and splitting up too much. But now 4 players towards the mid here. I like this group. I allow 4 ones in my mindset if I'm Swim Trek, just because it's been successful in the past.
Just Yuhan here. Isolated for now. Good first few shots there. Really put the damage down. And unfazed by the flash. Quick
Spike
dismiss
down
on
mid.
out of there. First time I think we've got to see the Reyna utility come into play. And the heal on top of that as well.
Cutting their vision. 1 enemy remaining.
There you go. Another nice shot. Yeah, this is just an eco round, but this is a Yuhan round all the way.
We love thrifty kills. In this house, we love thrifty kills. Okay, but now is the round that matters for Swim Track. Surely they've talked about it. Surely they're trying to put that plan of action into their gun round, because that last round, I mean, you can tell there's just small things that Swim Track are struggling with. Unable to peek the Reyna together. Bob taking that first peek, falling back. Sherrod then going in, unable to get that Reyna still and falling back. And then the B-main timing just wasn't there in time to punish Yuhan from falling back into that market. But again, that was just a thrifty and a gun round here for Swim Track.
That's a good spot.
Well, it feels a lot like the start of Haven, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Swim Track get off to a good start. Hammers, well, they bounce back in a big way, string together some rounds, take the lead once again. Of course, back on Haven, that just led to a second half revival of Swim Track, and they absolutely took over. Here, let's see what they can do with some guns in their hands. First kills are evenly traded, but Sherrod slides in from behind, and this pinch into B has netted them a free sight.
Nice B split. The timing and the pathing was there too. Able to get the trade as well. That's kind of what I want to see from Swim Track. A lot more fast plays. But now the post hunt, it's so important because Himmers, they've won 2 of those retakes now. Even when they're down numbers.
Spike planted.
Need Onwee's knives. Do something a bit magical. Because they're going to be playing without Yuhan. It's 2 players coming in through market, and they're just going to be chopped down one by one. Slandy swarmed, and we're even at 5.
That's a lot more of what I want to see from Swim Track. Even in the post plant, just peeking. Everyone's just fighting together. Once Sherrod gets contact and knows that they have to fall back, everyone on site is swinging to help. No one is just hiding or waiting for Util. That 5-round win streak is now over. But both these sides, they still have really good ults online. Sin with that lockdown, still able to play retake if they wanted to. But Sherrod with the Phoenix ult, Bob with the knives. This looks like a really nice play towards this AD.
Revealing area.
Yep. Ever since this timeout, Swim Track has just been running execs. They haven't seen Ennui. Ready to re-swing here. Sees the player run it back, sees the dash on through.
Down A.
Ennui visualizing the round. Pick into the dash now. Slandy, full control over Catwalk.
One enemy remaining.
This lockdown is complete overkill. The round ends before it even pops.
Last round.
What a
in the
read.
half.
That was such a good read. Anui's positioning in heaven was so important. It's like they knew that they were going to full send all those ults on that A site. But the best part too, Eli, the timing to lurk was there, but they were just stepping so loud that it didn't matter because the player on Cat managed to pick them off. It was just so well played by Hammers again. But that was a pre-round setup, pre-round call that I think really worked out for them. I think now
It absolutely did.
it's
Track. What you got for me?
I was just gonna say it's nope, that's all I'm gonna say is it's
That's all
twice
you're
in
gonna
a row.
say. It's.
Yep.
Wow. You know what? It's an interesting point. These are the thoughts bouncing around. Hopefully Swim Track have thought a little bit more than just the first word of the sentence of this hit onto the A site. Trying to run things back. Venture Sheriff. He's made it through a tree. Yuhan trying to take a timing now. And really, Himmers have just ceded full control of this site. One spots out Sandy, but doesn't even seem like Himmers have much of a plan. Oh my god!
Oh no, that's not good. It's just a love tap, it's fine.
A little love tap, but that one packed a little bit more punch than usual. Sherrod is out of the round, so Himmers retaking 6v4, it seems. Yuhan now swarms in from above, and this one is wraps. Himmers starting to run away with it.
Wow. Crazy. 7-5 on this half, and I mean at the beginning, it didn't really look like it. The timeline was 4-0 for
Switching
the side
sides.
of Swim Track. You can see it here, 4-0, and then they go on this 5-round win streak. They lose just one round and then win the last two. For Himmers, I think this half was really successful in terms of the defensive strats, the pre-planned setups that they know how to play off of each other. I feel like it's just really well grouped up in the sense of how Himmers wants to play, wants to trade, and even their positionings in the setups. I think it's been phenomenal. And now for Swimmers, they understood the concept just a little bit too late. The beginning, Himmers came back, they adapted, it just didn't work out. But let's look forward into this next map, this next half, sorry. 3 players on the side of Swimmers, but they're about to meet 5 players from the side of Himmers. Eli here getting picked off, trying to cross. The flash comes in. It's a team flash. Venture getting a pick, and it's a bloodbath here in B main. Sin getting one. Anui with a trade, and Eli actually being the winner of this round. 2 kills. Yuhan all of a sudden left in a 1v2.
Yuhan steps into it. I mean, there is a world here. As B-side open, absolutely no room for error.
Spike planted.
4 bullets in the chamber. The toughest kill. And still no awareness of where Bob could be coming from. 2 bullets left. You can't miss again. And Bob will punish, won't even give the chance over to Yuhan. Swimtrek bounce back here with an opening pistol.
This feels like another deja vu of Haven. They won that pistol. Now they're able to equalize if they win the second round as well, which they should. And then, of course, going into that bonus, Swimtrek. I mean, really good fight. It was 3v5 in B main. It was an absolute bloodbath. The trades were all there, though. Eli obviously getting 2 of those picks after being stuck crossing in that B main corner. Small little things like that that make Swimtrek play so well when they are grouped up, when they are together. Just having the trading, having the timing, being able to fast flood and just use their aim to fight. It looks like Eli's going to go for this aggressive peek once again towards B main. She doesn't care. Sorry, they don't care that it's a Thrifty.
Still in the Thrifty, a trio of sheriffs for him. And that is one of them, no longer in this round. So Bob steps up to Oppo Rosa. Eli still covering top mid. It's huge forward control, but it leaves them all exposed. And that's potential guns on the ground too, walking way too far forward. Even numbers as well here. And Simmers reset into A. Shrod steps into it. Thinks twice about sending in a second curveball. That's some good restraint out of Swimtrek. Finally, with the numbers, choosing to slow it down.
1 enemy remaining.
Favorable angles. And continue to work through Swimtrek. There you go. That's the classic Swimtrek. Just run in 1 by 1, and, well, it's a win in the end for Swimtrek. They brought it all the way back to even.
Deja vu to Haven on their anti-thrifty, where they ran down long A and long C.
Yep, I'm getting a lot of deja vu. I mean, if we go all the way back to Haven, it's going to be a lights-out second half from Swimtrek as well.
That's true. That's true. I think here, though, all jokes aside, Swimtrek, I like that they're keeping up their aggression. I really do think sometimes some teams tend to throw it away and play a little bit more scared, or at least respect the other team too much. And it ends up ruining their gameplay, or at least ruining their identity. And I think for Swimtrek, they found that with aggression, as you can tell from Eli's first picks once again.
Oh, Eli just owns Sin in B main. Back to back. Just taking away any options for Himmers in these rounds. Himmers considering working back into mid, but the whole map is a question mark for them. They have no idea where Swimtrek could have pushed into, so they might just be feeling more confident to reset into another B-pop.
Enemy tag.
Thrown into main.
Sleep, brother.
And Colby's just swinging out on her own. It's disjointed now from Himmers. Just losing that player off the rip. They lost all confidence on the map too. After how many walk downs we've seen some from Swimtruck. I don't blame him, and it's still Bob doing it again.
Remaining.
Oh,
Turn around from Slandy
Spike
doesn't
down,
even mean
mid.
anything. It's so quick out of Bob. A flawless bonus as the takeover begins.
yeah, this is kind of wild. I think if you're Himmers now, you're scared of Eli going consistently for these aggressive peaks and not being punished just yet. And now Eli switching up their setup towards this A site as well, putting that TP down, able to go mid, still in range of that TP to be able to fast rotate, quick setup back into that A site and stack just in case that Himmers try to speed up. Let's not forget, it is a thrifty for the side of Himmers, so definitely not something to be counted out from.
Eli trying to catch a timing on this drone, but good patience from Himmers. Leaves them exposed for now. Teleport back into Cat, but something tells me Eli has no intention of leaving. Has staked their claim over bot mid, and it's only going to be Colby to find some kind of an answer, and even that is going to be a bit of a whimper. Bob now sprinting out into mid. Still that player on top. Yuhan trying to
One enemy
hold the
remaining.
shots with the Sheriff, but it's a little bit too tall an order. Continue.
I really like that setup from Swimtruck though, even though Eli was stuck after that drone. Sherrod with the flash off of Cat, getting control and enabling Eli to actually re-peek instead of just TPing back, TPing out into safety. And now Eli, because of that round, is able to afford an operator. They also have their ult online, so might not need to actually purchase that operator. Can just pop the tour de force instead. And I think this makes sense. A timeout here for Himmers because it seems like they're just losing control on how they want to play this attack side. The good thing is though, they've timed out on a gun round. I feel like so far we've seen so many timeouts on their ecos or so many timeouts on their thrifties, but now it's on a gun round. So I'm hoping to see this convert into a win for them.
I'm curious, like if you're looking at what they can change, either based on how Swimtruck have been playing or trying to utilize this Reyna at all. It's a weird one to try and throw into your comp. Like, how should a team that is playing with the Reyna actually work the map and try to find success in some attack rounds?
I feel like if you're Yuhan, you're definitely going for a lot of those main peaks. The reason why is because you can shut down the chamber with that eye. The drone plus Lear combo is more than enough to make a chamber TP out. Unless someone is there fighting on behalf of Eli, it's almost impossible for them to hold with the double util coming in. So I think it makes sense just going for those mains and then trying to aggress, being one of those first players in to trade.
Yeah.
On your
I mean,
lane.
Yuhan has a Lear ready to go
Yep.
through this wall and set up Ennui. No drone, and the Lear is behind Eli, so didn't really come to much effect. And regardless,
Here.
Eli doesn't hit the shot, so second lease on life for Ennui in this round.
Deploying drone.
Slandy getting a lot of mid-round information once again. She's gonna spot out that player Omen on site. Corrupt just falling back. It's a free orb here for Sin, but it looks like they're still trying to group up towards this B main. Spike is still down. The aggression from Bob is gonna spot out that turret. The operator is gonna be found around the map. That doesn't make them change anything. Still grouped up for this execute.
Just Eli here on the angle, but it's a really hard angle to clear. You pick Chamber to play in spots like this. Start out. Doesn't hit anything, but that Lear is good. That second Lear, such a wild card, forces Eli on out of there. Sets this up for a 5-on-5 retake. The difference is no ultimates
Joke's over! You're dead!
for Himmers, where Sherrod can lead the charge on the Phoenix. Good flash, pushes Colby into the corner, and a second one is gonna send these players on site packing. Corrupt on this crazy angle, but it's still Ennui. Deep on site, holding it down for now. That ping up is deadly though, and another flash. Sherrod with 3 on the round.
Oh
Ult is
my
ready.
Somehow Slandy clearly had done something with that one. Venture will see this round through though and keep the snowball rolling.
Can I be honest? If you blinked during that round, you would have been so confused because how did it end up in a 1v1? That was crazy.
I have no idea.
That was insane. So many trades happening so quick. Slandy with an insane shot on Bob midair.
I have money.
Kind of wild, but I think that round was pretty uncharacteristic of Himmers. Playing their post plants, usually they're pretty solid. This was the first time that they're actually able to get into a post plant with weapons. Once that player got caught off guard in market, they usually have a pretty good understanding of how they want to play those crossfires on site. And it just fell apart. Everyone taking their ones, the flashes coming in from Sherrod, the dart not being broken. It's just a little bit chaotic, a little bit too chaotic for Himmers.
Himmers are gonna push the pace on this round. But they are simply guessing when it comes to the Hunter's Fury. Now Ennui, quick little dagger storm. Finds the enemy Omen. They're gonna know that Eli's on site, and now they know that Bob is back in spawn. The whole thing was to set up this pivot over to the A site where the plant should come down. And I'm worried about mid. Just dash up. Bob is looking straight down at a player here. Somehow stays alive and somehow still wins the fight. Himmers had so much space on the map, but they're just kind of walking around on their own and getting bested in every single duel. Yuhan doesn't even realize that the chamber TP'd in the same position, and it's a molly kill of all things. Swimmers catch every single break.
Again, every single frag, every single setup just seems so disjointed here on the side of Himmers. They're just struggling to win their ones, win their peaks. I think also that mid reclear on Colby was kind of wild. Colby definitely should have gotten the pick there, especially after the whiff knives, especially after that first whiff off shot as well. Punishment that should have happened, but 11-7, all of a sudden, Swim Trek was pulled away, not losing a single round on their defensive side, and they're going to continue going for this aggressive peak. Nothing can stop them, essentially.
Since their timeout,
Cover going out.
in the second half, Swimtrek started to fire back, and in this second half, completely dominating. Doesn't even look close. Swimtrek had played with and without map control. It hasn't even mattered, and now with this step up from B main, even when the first shot doesn't connect, Eli can still reset for a good kill. And with Himmers slowing down, there are 3 players ready to anchor in on A.
Careful now.
It's clearing, and now the Lear. Teleport into backside. Sherrod is stuck in hell, but as the support coming in, it's so quick to push in from tree, and now Eli has the retreat path covered. Himmers have to choose. We go into the meat grinder, or do you come back into Eli, who has just been a devastating problem.
Remaining.
That's 3.
3 kills already found in this round.
30
Colby,
seconds
though,
left.
is so sharp.
1 enemy remaining.
I mean, ask the world of her, and she will deliver. Colby for 4, and Red Bull clutch out of nowhere.
What an insane clutch! Holy smokes! That literally looked unwinnable. 2 players playing together on the flank, 2 players on site. What is going on?
I have no idea. Colby is just built different.
We're so back. We're so back. This, you know what? Now we snowball. If we're Himmers, we snowball now. We've won the round. We've ended the streak. We're able to play together.
I don't know if it's that simple.
Trust me.
Especially because Eli has been inserted bot mid. And Himmers might be sending Ennui straight into their waiting arms.
Come on, let's go.
How crazy are they feeling?
Watch your eyes.
They'll run it back into mid. That's going to set up, you know, exactly where Ennui is.
Careful now.
Flames will force her out into the open. And as the run it back returns, that's exactly when Eli strikes. Now Bob dashes away from the fight in B main. Himmers trying to heat up into it, but Bob on the collateral is untouchable. That is absurd. A double tap to the head with the classic pivot. Bob is unleashed.
Match point.
Oh my god, a 4K to answer The 4K Red Bull clutch from that last round. Insane coming out from Bob. And again, a really nice mid setup there from Swimtrek. Eli with that deep insert, just holding, playing time, not showing their cards. Sherrod with the flash, with the ult, mollying out Anui from that corner. Everything just lined up for them. The setup worked so well. And Bob just able to punish. They knew that they were going to speed up into something, and Bob was just ready. Crazy, crazy setup there from the side of Swimtrek. And now Himmer is obviously getting into a timeout. They need to figure it out. This is the last round that they have to figure it out, because if they don't win this, this is series over for them.
Himmers need to figure out some way to control mid. I think so many rounds Swimtrek have just been able to walk up into that space virtually for free. That round, of course, they throw the ult into it. It's a lot more complicated for Himmers, but I think it's been a consistent sore point that have allowed Swimtrek to have really good information and control over the map at large.
Yeah, it's insane. These calls, have been really good. The setups have been good. Eli's just been popping off on this defensive side. Then again, so has Bob and so has Sherrod. We talked about the role swaps. It has not affected them at all. They're still able to keep it in the game.
Lear dealt with, and Eli now inching forward. This is aggressive, and we forced to teleport back. Of course, Venture is not forced to do anything of that nature. Venture's gonna stick around, and why not? In a round that will qualify Swimtrek to go back to the main event and defend their title of Stage 1 champs. They have the massive advantage here, up 4-on-2, and yet Colby must still be dealt with. Bob will do just that. As Sin, the final one left alive, and Sherrod has the wraparound. Swimtrek Blue have their 13th round, and they have their bye into the main event.